Massive NASCAR penalty news coming out today, and it affects not only one of those going for the regular season championship, but one of those who is going to probably be going for the entire championship, and that is Denny Hamlin. NASCAR reported today that they had issued an L2 penalty to the JGR team, the number 11, Denny Hamlin, all of them, an L2 penalty for an engineering rules violation committed by Toyota. Based on what happened, TRD tore down and rebuilt one of Denny Hamlin's winning engines. Sounds like it was the Bristol one, before it was inspected by NASCAR, and this is an automatic L2 penalty. TRD actually discovered this and self-reported it, according to a lot of reports. Nothing that JGR or the 11 team did. It was all TRD on this one, or if they're just taking the fall. But, hey, them's the rules. So what happens with it? Denny Hamlin loses 75 driver and owner points, 10 playoff points, and crew chief Chris Gabehart is fined $100,000. Now, I'm just going to say this right now. I totally expect JGR and the 11 team to appeal this. There is no way in God's green earth that I can see them not. TRD, though, breaking the rule and the way the rule's written, though, may make it difficult for them to argue against it. I think the only argument that they could have against this penalty is that they didn't commit it. They didn't. That was not anything they did, and it kind of is a summer, or at least a return of NASCAR, where Denny Hamlin's kind of gotten screwed the last couple races, but this is huge when it comes to the playoff side of things. One, the 10 playoff points in and of themselves. Those points will make a difference come playoff time. We've seen it before where Denny Hamlin is missed by single-digit points to go to the next round and compete to win his first championship. Those 10 points will make a big difference in the round of 8, probably the round of 12 as well. But the 75 driver points will plummet him down the points a little bit, and those points that you get from where you finish in the regular season, those are going to matter a ton as well. Because when you look at how they're given out, regular season champion has 15, then 10 to second, 8 to third, and 1 point less on down until you get to 1 point for 10th. Those points could make a huge difference. Denny Hamlin, really good at Daytona. Denny Hamlin, really, really good at Darlington. He could win these next two races. And depending on what happens with the likes of Larson, Reddick, and Elliott, especially with Daytona, he could have won the regular season championship. So to me, at minimum, this is probably losing a good 7 to 10 points there, on top of 10 more playoff points fined by NASCAR because it's been taken away from the win itself. And you're looking at a huge championship favorite being put in the doghouse relatively early. Yeah, he'll probably get through the round of 16. He might even win Bristol as a revenge tour kind of win. But to say that this is a meaningless penalty in any way, nope, this is absolutely huge. Now, again, I do expect Denny Hamlin and JGR to appeal this. I actually kind of expect them maybe to get a bit of a reduction to it, maybe 5 playoff points, maybe a 50-point penalty. But there's no way I see NASCAR rescinding this entire thing. And the fact of the matter is, the only reason I think anything gets rescinded is because TRD was the one that reported it. Now, there was a statement about the penalty from David Wilson, president of TRD, who said this: "As the engine builder for our partner NASCAR Cup Series teams, TRD is solely responsible for the handling and disposition of all of our engines, pre- and post-race. Despite procedures being in place, Denny's race-winning engine from Bristol was mistakenly returned to our Costa Mesa facility, disassembled and rebuilt instead of being torn down and inspected by NASCAR per the rulebook. Although we know with absolute certainty that the engine was legal and would have passed inspection, we left NASCAR in an impossible position because they were not given the opportunity to properly inspect our engine. We have reviewed our processes and have implemented several additional steps to ensure that this never happens again. TRD takes full responsibility for this grievous mistake, and we apologize to Denny, Chris, Coach Gibbs, and the entire JGR organization, NASCAR, and our fans." That, to me, says that even if the 11 team and JGR tries to appeal it, I don't think much is happening from this. It just is really, really unfortunate because, when you look at how big of a deal this is, this penalty brings him from third, where he was 28 points back from the leader, to now 103 points back in sixth. And there's no way, in my opinion, that he is catching Tyler Reddick. Actually, it's almost mathematically impossible that he catches him. I don't think they catch the 9 team or the 5. At best, this team is probably going to be around 5th in the regular season standings, which would end up giving him 6 playoff points instead of a possible 15. So this could be a 19 playoff point penalty heading into the postseason. And to me, that is just something that could be insurmountable when crunch time hits. He'll still be one of the top guys out there, but there is no way that Denny Hamlin is going to be the top guy or one of the top 3. He'll probably be in that middle pack ground, which now that you have Atlanta in this first round is very difficult. You get through Atlanta, you get a little bit safer, but Denny Hamlin has been put in a precarious situation, and I kind of have to think this about it. Denny Hamlin cannot catch a break in his career when it comes to winning the championship. I mean, think about it. In 2010, looks like he's well on his way to winning a championship, is in control of the race at Phoenix, and then absolutely craps the bed strategy-wise and has a horrible race at Homestead. Team, driver alike, they choke. If you look at the years to come, tape on the car gives a penalty that costs him at the end of the year, with the Hail Melon, for instance, costing him at the end of the year at Martinsville. You look, and in 2020, he is one of the best ones out there. Phoenix just isn't a track that JGR is good at that time. Just absolutely mind-bogglingly bad luck for Denny Hamlin and that 11 team, and now this as well. They can still overcome it. This is a very good team, and the playoffs do shape up fairly well for them, but man, this is absolutely terrible for them, and it's a huge opportunity for those guys going for the regular season championship. I mean, they're more than likely going to get, at worst, 8 playoff points going in. That extra point or 2 or maybe even 7, give or take, that could make a huge difference come the end of the year. This penalty, mark my words, will change the face of the championship battle come the round of 8, especially at Martinsville. And if Denny Hamlin ends up missing by anything less than 19 points, or I'd say anything less, let's say, than just 10 points, give or take, he's going to look back at this mistake as one of the worst possible things to happen to him in his career. But absolutely gut-wrenching news if you're a member of the Denny Hamlin team, if you're Denny Hamlin, if you're a fan of his. Absolutely gut-wrenching. I want to know what you think about this. Just real quick video about it. Let me know down in the comments below. While you're at it, leave a like on this video, share this video, and subscribe to this channel for more great and fun NASCAR content. Thank you so much for your continued support, and until next time, have a good one.